Goodbye, Mabel.
Your lips are no man's land but mine.
Goodbye, Billy.
Goodbye, Goodbye. Hey, Jimmy, goodbye, everybody. You them up when you get over there,
Are we in the danger zone yet, Captain?
Yes, but while it is greater right here, there is danger everywhere on the sea.
That's true, but you'd hardly think so from the way the boys are singing.
The Yanks are at it again, the Yanks are at it again. You'll find them everywhere, on land and sea and in the air. Just take a look at our men, they're going in and there again. Old Kaiser Bill will surely get his fill before we're through. For Uncle Sam will teach him lots of things he never knew. Our boys have never started anything they couldn't do. Look out, the Yanks are at it again.
The anchor's haul of the captain's hall, the crew are standing by. Each man to do or die. When shells begin to fly, goodbye, we're going to go and let them know we hit with all our might. I'd like to bet when we have met, they'll know they had a fight. We're on our way to Heligoland to get the Kaiser's goat. In a good old Yankee boat, up the Kiel Canal we'll float. I'm a son of a gun, if I see a Hun, I'll make him understand. We'll knock the Heligo into Heligo, out of Heligoland, yes.
The Yanks are at it again, the Yanks are at it again.
Now, I'm no sniveling blighter, but I admit my eyes grew brighter when I heard of them singing when they crossed the raging sea, when I heard of them mocking terror with a merry laugh of mirth. Why, hell, I'd be glad to be in jail in such a land as gave me birth.
Look out, the Yanks are at it again.
Oh, we'll make the Kaiser pay for that Lusitania crime. We'll stop his damn torpedoes soon from working overtime. And that boy that swam ashore to get to France before the rest showed that drowning was a thing he didn't mind. He spat out the salty ocean and filled his lungs with air and shouted out the chorus, America will soon be there. Oh, how they sang it on the water, and a Frenchman on a ship said he knew it was the Sammies by the way they give it lip.
To say that you see white stars on blue, blue are the stripes of red and white. It must be, yes, it must be true. Oh, dear God, the
Boys, I want to say a few words to you before we go ashore. This is a memorable event in the history of America, being the first time that an American military force has set its foot on the ancient soil of France. Today you are representatives of that great republic, the United States of America. You have been sent here to help those who once helped you in the hour of distress. You have been sent here to pay an old and honorable debt. You have a sacred duty to perform. Your country has placed its honor and its flag in your hands. Guard them both, and if need be, protect them with your life.
fight. The battle cry of freedom we'll shout with all our might. We'll stoke it to the Hun with Johnny Get Your Gun, or there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. This morning I met a Canadian, his arm blown to a rag, singing, smile and pack up your troubles in your old kit bag.
The Guinness is coming down.
Well, he's landed. Here he is now. Get the top off. Give him a lift. Are you houses, Murphy?
His left leg is broken. Ow! His right arm is gone and fairly. Ah, don't touch me. And one of me eyes is gouged out. But I'll be all right by the
People's war, labor's war. The final outcome will be determined in the factories, the mills, the shops, the mines, the farms, the industries, and the transportation agencies of the various countries. That group of countries which can most successfully organize its agencies of production and transportation, and which can furnish the most adequate and effective agencies with which to conduct the war, will win. The workers have a part in this war, equal with the soldiers and sailors on the ships and in the trenches. Labor will do its part in every demand the war makes. Our republic, the freedom of the world, progress and civilization hang in the balance. We dare not fail. We will win.
How long did you join?
The Venerable Charles W. Eliot, President Emeritus of Harvard University, arraigns German militarism as the fundamental trouble with civilization and reminds the world that history has never ceased to call the destroyers of the Alexandria Library fanatics and barbarians.
Hello. Tell us a funny story, will you? Right you are, mate. Have you heard that story about the wooden man who swallowed the whistle? The whistle? The whistle. No, what about it? Right, wouldn't whistle.
We are at war with the devil, and it is worth all the suffering it entails. Several different stories have come to me, well authenticated, concerning the depth of Hindenburg's brutality.
Bonds buy bullets. Buy Liberty bonds.
Almighty God,
Right, truth, justice,
Freedom and democracy.
no indemnities and no annexations.
Golden voice of Caruso swells in victory song to crowds in streets.
Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Back in on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you and me every time.
Pack your little kit, show your grit, do your bit. The Yankees know the rank from the towns and the tanks. Make your mother proud of you and the old rule. I may be gone for a long, long, long time. Long, long time, but when I go, you will know that I always find for the day when you'll be mine. You may be gone for a long, long time. Long, long time.
That selfish plea awakes no deep response in me. For though his grave I may not see, my son will ne'er forgotten be. My real son can never die. 'Tis but his body that may lie in foreign lands. But I will keep remembrance on forever, deep within my heart,
of my real son. Because of triumph he has won. It matters not where one may lie and sleep when work is done. It matters not where some light must give. Hosannas loud I'll sing for him. He know my eyes with tears begin. And when his vacant place I see, my heart will bound with joy that he was mine so long. My fair young son, and cheer for him whose work is done.
Over there, send the word over there, that the Sammies are coming, the drum coming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer, send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over, and we won't come back.
Hey, fellas, guess what I got tonight?
If me mother could see me now. Over there, send the water over there. That the boys are coming, the drum coming everywhere. Prepare, say a prayer, send the water to beware. We'll be over, we are coming over, and we won't come back.
Oh, they were singing on the transport. They were singing on the train. When they left the land behind them, they were humming a refrain. And I'll bet they'll have a chorus, gay and glad in greeting for us, when this hell and slaughter's over and they sail back home again. And the boys that ain't returning, those that pay the biggest price, they'll go singing, singing, singing through the gates of paradise.
Ever heard the little story about the man who swallowed the spoon? No, what about it? White wouldn't whistle.
Shut up, you chap. Here's the colonel going to speak.
If the rats haven't eaten them.
My men, the enemy has advanced almost
Through the gates of paradise.
You know as well as I do that we shall come out on top.
With a harp in your fist.
We will fight fair, shoot straight, and never look behind. Remember my words.
A boy's best friend is his mother. We all agree, don't we, boys?
My lads, the most painful wound for any one of you is a bullet in the...
Hooray! That's done it. Now we can get on with our Christmas sing-song. Anything for a quiet life, as the man said when he pushed his mother-in-law overboard.
Le Marne, Ypres, Jutland, la Somme, Hey, Putain, l'Argonne, de Piave, Hastendijk, die Sonzo, Tannenberg, Brusselaar, Ludendorff, Bigberger, Saint-Michel, Willow Wood, Luttisch, Brisbane, Fordine, Liddyke, Potato Masher, Mark 5, the 75, Vieux-Port, Galicia, Vimy Ridge, Chemin Chemin de Fer, Riedensturm, Gallipoli, Force, Compiègne.
still, old chum. Have they hit you? Hey, what's the matter, mate?
Don't you know what's the matter with him? No. Why, he can't stir.
If you're looking for your sweethearts, we know where they are. Hanging on the old barbed wire. If you want the old battalion, we know where they are. Hanging on the old barbed wire.
Hostilities will cease at 11 hours today, November 11th. Troops will stand fast
on the line reached at that hour, which will be reported by wire to advanced GHQ.
Defense precautions will be maintained. There will be no intercourse of any description with the enemy until receipt of instructions from GHQ.
My countrymen, there grows on me the realization of the unusual character of this occasion. Our republic has been at war before. It has asked and received the supreme sacrifices of its sons and daughters, and faith in America has been justified. Many sons and daughters made the sublime offering and went to hallowed graves as the nation's defenders. But we never before sent so many to battle under the flag in a foreign land. Never before was there the impressive spectacle of thousands of dead returned to find eternal resting place in the beloved homeland. The incident is without parallel in the history that I know. These dead know nothing of our ceremonies today. They sense nothing of the sentiment or the tenderness which brings their wasted bodies to the homeland for burial, close to kin and friends.
In the tar paper morgue at Chalon-sur-Marne, in the reek of chloride of lime and the dead, they picked out the pine box that held all that was left of Eenie, Meenie, Miney, Mo. Plenty other pine boxes stacked up there containing what they'd scraped up of Richard Roe and other person or persons unknown. Only one can go. How did they pick John Doe? Make sure he ain't a jig, boys. Make sure he ain't a guinea or a kike. How can you tell a guy's 100% when all you've got's a gunny sack full of bones, bronze buttons stamped with a screaming eagle, and a pair of rolled fatigues, and gagging chloride, and the pukey dirt stench of the year-old dead?
I find 100,000 sorrows touching my heart. There's ringing in my ears like an admonition eternal, an insistent call. It must not be again. It must not be again. God grant that it will not be.
The blood ran into the ground. The brains oozed out of the cracked skull and were licked up by the trench rats. The belly swelled and raised a generation of blue bottle flies. And the incorruptible skeleton, and the scraps of dried viscera and skin bundled in khaki, they took to Chalon-sur-Marne and laid it out in a pine coffin and took it home to God's country on a battleship and buried it in a sarcophagus in the Memorial Amphitheater in the Arlington National Cemetery and draped the Old Glory over it. And the bugler played taps. And Mr. Harding prayed to God, and the diplomats, and the generals, and the admirals, and the brass hats, and the politicians, and the handsomely dressed ladies out of the society column of the Washington Post stood up solemn and thought how beautiful, sad, Old Glory, God's country it was to have the bugler play taps, and the three bollies made their ears ring. Where his chest ought to have been, they pinned the Congressional Medal, the DSC, the Médaille Militaire, the Belgian Croix de Guerre, the Italian Gold Medal, the Vitutea Militaria sent by Queen Marie of Romania, the Czechoslovak War Cross, the Virtuti Militari of the Poles, a wreath sent by Hamilton Fish, Jr. of New York, and a little wampum presented by a deputation of Arizona Redskins in war paint and feathers. All the Washingtonians brought flowers. Woodrow Wilson brought a bouquet of poppies.
Here, dead we lie, because we did not choose to live, and shame the land from which we sprung. Life, to be sure, is nothing much to lose, but young men think it is, and we were young.